Okay, what's up Transformers fans? Today I'm taking a look at the Quintus Prime, Age of the Primes, Quintus Prime. And in the background you'll probably hear my 3D printer printing something, so apologies about the noise. But that's actually something I'm going to talk about in the next video. There's a lot of Studio Series figures coming out, and I have my own opinion about that, so you want to stick around to see that. But, moving on to Quintus Prime, here we are. He is in his little spaceship. Now he comes in robot mode, but I'm going to go from spaceship mode to robot mode. The transformation is very easy and not very involved, and we're just going to talk about this kind of stuff. So here he is in his very green spaceship mode. I think Toy Hacks has a lot of stickers if you want to add a little color into it, but here he is. It's just spaceship. There's the face underneath. There's all the tentacle stuff, which I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit. So not much to it. Very singular. Yeah, there you go. There is not much to that, but here he is. Alright, and of course to transform him, just follow the steps in reverse. So we're going to want to get all this out of the way. We're going to want to bring these up, get all this stuff moved so you can get to it. Now when you're bending this down, there's these little tabs right there, and they go into little slots right there in the rubber. Not too hard to get them in, but they can be a little finicky with you. And same thing on this side with those two. As you can see where all that goes. So let's, I believe, unpeg the panels from back here. That was being fickle with me. Alright. And then we're going to bend the feet out like this. And then we're going to undo this and bring it here. Now the cool thing about this, yes, that is translucent plastic. I am not a fan of translucent plastic at all, but the good thing about it is all the parts that move are pretty solid. Like you can see that solid plastic right there. It does have a little bit of the waist swivel on the inside, which does make me a little bit nervous. You can see there. But for the most part, all of the tension is put onto actual plastic pieces and not clear plastic pieces. Why they went with the clear plastic on this, I have no idea, but oh well. So let's bend the little skirts back down. Let's turn his waist all the way around like this to where the feet are out like that. Then you want to take the arms like this, and I will say when these are because they slot in, so when you're trying to like do that with them, they can pop off this little hinge, but they go back on pretty easily. Just something that I'm not overly fond of, but not too big of a deal. So let's get his like other arms down this way, and let's rotate the shoulders around here, and then like I said, this will tab in to that little slot right there, like so. And let's do the same thing on the other side real fast, like that. And let's bring down that arm, bring him around, like this, bring his head down, and there we go. There's Quintus Prime in his Prime mode. Alright, so articulation wise, as you've seen, the arms can go all the way up. They're on universals at the shoulders. We've got a bicep swivel. We do have a wrist swivel. And of course a 90 at the bicep. So we do have waist swivel. Head can look a good bit up. Pretty decent bit down. You can barely rock side to side. And of course it looks left and right. A little bit cumbersome to get in there because of this piece back here, but oh well. And he does have that light piping right there. Then you have these arms, which can move up like this and like that. And I think they're actually supposed to be... No, I had it right the first time. So they're like this. And 5mm ports on both sets of hands, so he can hold weapons just fine. Alright, now I'm going to talk a little bit about these because I don't really like these. It's a rubber plastic, which is fine. But because I don't like the color green, it feels like, it's not actually but just because of my sensory thing, it makes me think it's slimy. And I mean, I guess if they were tentacles, they would be slimy, so that's okay. But I don't really care for these green rubber things. Like I said, it's strictly a texture thing. This is not anything that goes against this figure. This is strictly my own personal thing about texture, but the way that it is, the way that it's painted, it just it fries my brain. So if you're a little bit texture sensitive, these might bother you a little, but you know, they don't rub off, nothing's coming off of my finger, it's not feeling slimy to the touch or anything. So it's completely 100% my own mental thing. But if you're like me and you're a little bit texture sensitive, then you might want to, you know, be mindful of that. Alright, so as you see, he has a waist swivel. Then we got the legs that go up to here, back to there, and they can go all the way out. You saw that he does have an upper thigh swivel. We do have a 90 at the knee, and we've got the ankle rocker right there, and then because of the transformation, he's got a toe tilt down. So there you go. Now, I was a little bit concerned when I first got this guy because I was like, well, hey, where's his Prime thing? Where's his artifact? So if you come back here, and this can be a little bit of a pain to get open. I always have difficulty with it. If you come back here, there's the Ember Stone right there. And to get that sucker out, push right here on his chest, and then it will just fall out. And there he is. There's the translucent plastic. It's got the little mark of Quintus Prime right there. You can put that in any one of his hands, and he can hold it just fine. So there you go. Now this guy is, I would say, kind of on the smaller side of the Primes. I'm going to bring out probably Nexus Prime. Alright, so there's Nexus Prime. And then on the other end, one of the bigger figures, Onyx Prime. I haven't got to do a review with that guy, but he's on the to-do list. So there you go, guys. That gives you a pretty good idea to the size. As always, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, which, like I said, will be a little bit about Transformers upgrade kits. So, and a little bit about the new Studio series. So stick around for that. Alright guys, see y'all later.